Hey guys,
Hello.
it's your girl T,
And Honey.
and we are doing Candid Conversations. Listen, y'all, we be having some good conversations, and I'm like, listen, let's share these conversations with the rest of the world.
Exactly. We have so much to say, so much to talk about. We're going to say the things you're thinking and say the things you dare not to say out loud.
Now, listen, don't get it twisted. We love the Lord, but this is about to get serious. All the other candid conversations you may have heard are more maybe, acclimated and towards people who are being kind of crass, but we are not those type of women.
Not at all.
Okay, we're just gonna kick it to you about everyday life. We're gonna kick it to you straight up. We value your opinions, so we encourage, more than encourage you, um, commenting, asking us questions, reaching out to us. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're also going to be talking about businesses. We both have a business, and we also encourage our youth, our children, to start businesses as well. So any questions you may have in regards to any of those things, you are free to ask those questions as well too.
You're free to ask this one here because this is the one that I asked. So don't go through me because I'm the middleman. You might as well go right over here. Anyway, she's a business coach. So let her tell you a little bit about her businesses, what she offers, and then I'll tell you a little bit about mine and my children.
So I'm Hunni Bee with Hunni Bee Co. I have a bakery. We do all kinds of pastries. I am a pastry chef. And so we just like to make deliciousness in a jar, and a cake, and a cupcake, and a strawberry, and whatever you would like is what we would do for you.
Let them know you certified, baby.
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am.
She got credentials
I
behind
do.
her hat.
I do. I am classically trained, but nevertheless, there's some great and wonderful bakers out here who is not classically trained. So we're not coming for anyone. We're just talking about what I am today.
Right. Go ahead, give them your social handles and your website.
So you can contact me at on Instagram at Hunni Bee Treats _Co. On Facebook, on Facebook, I am Hunni Bee Treats Co. And I have an ordering menu. You can reach or order through Hunni-B-Co-LLC.square.site. Again, that's Hunni-B-Co-LLC.square.site.
All right, y'all. That's honey with the spice. So she spells it Hunni. All right.
Hunni.
And I am, you guys know me as Sister Auntie. So I'm T, and this is
Honey.
So we're Tea with Honey. So what I do is I have Lucid XO, and I sell Promise of God bracelets, and you all know about that. So you can go to lucidxo.com and get you a Promise of God bracelet. It's made out of lapis. It's biblically based, and you wear it. You remember that God's promises are always with you. His presence is always with you. There is an Adam and an Eve version. Also, I have written a book titled The Night My Sister Was God. You can get it on Amazon under Tion Patterson with 2 T's. It's a great read, so go cop the book. And then to plug my daughters, they have a business called Pretty Brains. They sell lip gloss and cell phone cases and t-shirts, and they have a website.
And don't forget the lip scrub. Okay? Don't forget the lip scrub.
And their website is prettybrains.com. So lucidxo.com for the Promise of God bracelets, amazon.com for the book The Night My Sister Was God, and prettybrains.com for the teen products. Okay?
Absolutely. And just to plug my children in, I have a esthetician, and she's getting ready to graduate from master's esthetician at the end of the year, but she is a basic esthetician at the moment, licensed and certified. She can handle all of your waxing, all of your facials. If you want to get a back facial, if you want to get anything you need regarding skincare wise, you can contact her. Her name is Kayla. Her Instagram is at K Bella Aesthetics. It's at K Bella Aesthetics on Instagram.
No doubt. So basically, I mean, we have a host of topics for you, but we're going to start back because I think it might be easy to get us into the groove with the conversation we had the other day. And it all started because I was
Tad, boss.
Okay, I was tired, boss. Basically, I call Hunni Bee, and I begin to just talk to her about being a sacrificial lamb, and how sometimes it frustrates you, how sometimes you lose your cool, how sometimes you feel like nobody cares about you, and how sometimes it just affects you so much that you almost want to just disappear from everybody.
Right.
And basically, it turned out to be like an awesome conversation. So here's the scenario. As a sacrificial lamb, most of the time you are dying on the sword for other people. So this is what I was telling Hunni Bee. There's a period in your life when you really love the Lord and you're trying to be an upright person. You are an upright person.
Right.
Period. And whenever there's a disagreement between you and another person, you're always the one apologizing. And after so long of you're apologizing because you don't want anything to hinder you when you're trying to get into the presence of God.
So you're not apologizing because you are wrong. You're apologizing just to clear the air. And when you go to get into the presence of God, you are freely entering into the presence of God. This is why we're apologizing.
Right. And so basically, years and years of me doing this for various people, I'm always apologizing, even if I'm not wrong, just because I would rather make amends with you in a situation. And even sometimes I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I apologize. But I'm talking about the times I'm apologizing when I'm not wrong. You're wrong. But as the years go by, after you keep apologizing to people over and over again, they start to believe their own hype. They never apologize. They never think they're ever wrong. And so you find yourself in a cycle of constantly apologizing so that you can make amends with them, but they never get the opportunity to actually see themselves. Right. Because it's easier. It's easier. My cousin Quaymar says this. It's easier.
No names.
Oh man, I told her to remind me. So it's too late now. Hey Q. My cousin Quaymar says this. It's easier to look out a window than it is to look in the mirror.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then the other thing is, when we keep apologizing to someone else when they're in the wrong, now of course, if we're wrong, we should apologize. There's no questions whatsoever about that. Right. If you're wrong, we should own up to be accountable for our actions. Right. But if we keep apologizing to everybody else when they're in the wrong, they're not being held accountable for their actions.
Right, you're right. That is so good. And just trying to grow in my relationship with Christ, just trying to keep my relationship with Christ, because listen, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. We called this Candid Conversations because this is real. Look, I kirked out. Okay. Not Captain Kirk Franklin kirked out. I kirked out on a family member. Yes, I did. I used the cuss word.
Okay, I always say I might be cussing Peter, depending on what day of the week it is, and depending on where I'm at in that moment, okay? I can be cussing Peter. I'm not going to tell no lie, and I'm not ashamed of it whatsoever, okay? And that doesn't mean, and so this is what we need everybody to understand, because I know we're going to have a lot of people that follow us that loves the Lord, and they're not going to understand how you can become,
keep it funky, baby, Peter, okay? Keep it, because Listen, you could say, oh, people can't take you out of character. They can't make you do this. They can't make you do that. You're in control of yourself. Da, da, da. Listen, this is the whole point of things affecting you. Environments affect you. They don't pretend that you're not affected by outside agents. They do affect you.
Right.
Yes. This is what I told my same cousin. I got 2 rise above it's in me.
Right.
I got 2 rise above it's in me. After them 2, I'm rising above it. I'm coming on down.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm coming on down. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey. And as I would say, I'm always for the ish, okay? I'm always for it. How you want it? How do you want it?
Oh, okay, because it ain't nothing but space and opportunity
space,
here.
Time, and opportunity. Okay. And I feel that my sister feel the same way. That sometimes it's best to like bring it down some, so we won't have to do that. But if you coming with the ish, I'ma follow through with the ish.
Cause listen, the way I am, I'm all about excellence. Okay, let's do this in excellence. You want to act up? Well, let's act up.
Let's act up.
But let's do it with excellence.
We're gonna do it together.
You wanna go hard?
Do you?
Okay, we're gonna go hard. So yeah, we know we're gonna get all them girls is cussing. They claim they love the Lord. Look, you cussing at home too. We don't live our life like that. What we saying is, it could get there, and you need to know. Cause look, I was gonna condemn myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I used the F word. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I kirked out. Mind you, when that situation happened with Kirk Franklin, I was like, okay, so now I see, like, when somebody get you to a level, don't kirk out. Girl, Kirk ain't a word.
It's easy to get there when it's a family member, right? And it's a close family member. The family members can easily, we allow them because they're so close to us. And we love them so much.
That's it right there.
We love them so much.
It's
easy to go head to the dark side, okay?
No, let's talk about that. Like, because you love someone so much, which means that you want them to love you just as much as you feel you love them.
Yeah.
And when a situation arises and you feel like they're not loving you as much and as hard as the way you love them, not to say you gotta agree 365 7 days a week,
because that would never happen.
Hello, somebody.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if you feel like that love is not being reciprocated, it will hurt you.
Absolutely.
And sometimes in your hurt, anger covers it. It's easier to be angry than sad. So that was the situation with that. And so what else did we talk about that day, Hunni Bee? Because we was like in a zone.
We was in a zone. And we was just talking about how, how people take offense to the things that is said. Now, and we take it out of character when it's not necessarily meant to be taken out of character.
Yeah, okay, it's coming back.
Okay.
Right.
So, for instance, I had a conversation, and I just said that it wasn't enough prepared, right? And I said it to the person who was asking for some, but I was telling them that it wasn't enough prepared because it was only enough prepared for one person. And so the person who prepared it took offense to what was saying. It wasn't being said in any malicious type of manner. It was just letting the person who wanted some know that it wasn't enough prepared. And so sometimes, you got to think about this thing and not wear your feelings on your sleeves all the time.
Lord Jesus.
Because some things is going to be said, and not everything is meant to take offense to it. And if you need clarity or understanding, we need to learn how to ask.
Right.
For clarity and understanding.
Because communication kills contempt. That's something I always say.
Absolutely.
I'm very confrontational, and I'm confrontational, which is weird. I'm confrontational because I love people. I genuinely love people, and so I don't like to have beef in between. Whenever I have an issue with somebody and I'm not being able to express myself, I don't want to be around you because I can't. I'm a communicator, and when you shut me down from communicating, I can't be around you because I have that thing in me that I still haven't had a chance to discuss with you.
Right.
because we need to talk about it, because you didn't probably mean it to me the way I received it. I probably didn't mean it to you the way you received it. But let's just kick it, because you know when you're doing what you're doing.
Right. Right.
And you know
Right.
that you said it the way I received it.
Right. Now, sometimes it is done in malicious intent. But in that particular situation, and that particular moment, it wasn't any malicious intent in it.
Right.
And so, and you can kind of gauge the conversation. You can kind of gauge the atmosphere.
Tone.
You can see the tone was set. It was a loving day. It was nothing going on, no attitudes. So how would you take it as a malicious intent if the tone was set as a peaceful atmosphere?
Because sometimes what I think, Hunni Bee, is some people live in a spirit of offense. They don't mean to do it, but they're literally living their life waiting for somebody to critique them, because they don't realize that they're critiquing themselves all the time.
Exactly.
And they're really hard on themselves.
I am hard on myself, right? And so I understand exactly what you're saying, because I'm a baker. I made some cookies. I made some strawberry lemonade cookies, and I was like, hold on, something's missing. Okay? Something was missing in my eyes, in my taste. Something was missing. I had a customer order. They ate them. They absolutely loved them.
Wow.
And they said nothing was wrong with them. I was like, you sure it doesn't need some chocolate added to it, something? It was like, no, it is perfect the way it is. You see what I'm saying? So it was honest feedback, because I asked for honest feedback. I want you to give me honest feedback, because I can take it. I have been built. We are built for tough. Okay? So I can take the feedback. But everybody isn't in that place.
Thank you. Let's talk about that. Everybody is not in the place. They're not built to receive constructive criticism. Now, we're not talking about, oh, look, I can't stand anymore about it's not what you said, it's how you said it. No, you a liar, and the truth is not in you. You know why? I have been in situations where I've said things in a nice way. I have been in situations where I said things in a very strong,
loving way, but strong.
Right, it's loving, but it's strong and aggressive. I've tried I'm a communicator, so I've tried a gamut of things. And I've learned that it really depends on the person, because you could come to a person hard and they receive it, and go to a person soft and they won't receive it and say that you were hard. It's not how you say it for real. They say that, but the truth of the matter is what you said, because they don't even want to get into what you said.
Right.
They want to only harp on how you said it. If I wrote it down, you would say that I wrote too many capital letters. I mean, it's always a reason.
Was it the truth? Was it the truth? Did I speak the truth to you? And in that truth, in that moment of me speaking the truth to you, hurt your feelings so much so that now I'm offended.
Right.
Because I can't handle the truth.
Right. You couldn't handle the truth, and instead of saying that or walking away and contemplating the truth, now you want to argue about tone.
Right.
You're not being real with yourself, because then
Right.
you'll spend all that time. And then if I apologize for my tone, right? Because this is me. I tell you, I'm confrontational, but I'm confrontational because I want to resolve the issue. So if I bring the tone down, you know what? I apologize. I didn't mean to say it that way. Now you still mad.
You still
Even though I'm agreeing with you to get us through it, because you don't really want to deal with you.
Right. So you still don't want to have no accountability.
There
and that's
you
what
go.
we said from the start. It all boils down to accountability.
And being mature enough to recognize that you have some areas that you need to clean up as well. Let me tell you one thing about me. I have some deficits, and I also have some strengths. And my deficits, a lot of times, people may not notice, but when they tell me something about myself, I'll go and check it against somebody else, like, yo, what you see in me? What you think about me? And Hunni Bee here, I've been friends with her 2006. What's that? How many years is that? Is that 15?
10, 16,
10, 11, carry the one.
4,
15 years.
20.
It is, right? And so she has checked me many a times, like, okay, T, I get what you're saying, but listen, you could have went about it this way. She's not the only checker that I have. So I'm constantly checking myself, and it's hard when you genuinely check yourself and you know for a fact. Listen, you don't know what's in people's heart. Yes, you do, because what is in their heart comes out of their mouth. It comes out in their actions.
Absolutely.
And you know that they don't check themselves. You know that they don't. I go and check myself, and when I'm wrong, I apologize. And even when I'm not wrong, I'm apologizing, and I'm making you weak, because like she said, I'm not letting you be accountable.
Right.
So what you think, what do you think are some things that we can do to, like, you know, change this narrative?
Hopefully our conversation will, one, start the discussion, or just a conversation amongst others about how or what things that they think they can do to be accountable for their actions.
No doubt.
Be accountable. And then, you know, it's hard. It's definitely hard to say, you know, that was my fault, my bad. I could have handled that differently. It's hard because now I'm saying that I was wrong, okay? And who likes to be wrong?
Listen, because I'm hardly ever wrong, baby. Okay.
Who likes to be wrong?
Hello, somebody.
Okay? So none of us want to be wrong. None of us likes to be wrong. But let's face it, we are wrong sometimes.
Right. And that was just a joke. I am wrong sometimes in some of the things I do and handle. Like I said, I kirked out. And, you know, I had to go back and apologize. You know, I had to go back and humble myself. And I really didn't mind. I did not mind. You know, this is really not a church channel, but this is the fabric of our lives.
Right.
And so, you know, I was reading in the Word how Jesus went to John and told John to baptize him. And John is like, how you going to ask me to do that? You know, you greater than me. But Jesus humbled himself, you know. And so I don't have a problem humbling myself before anyone. But what I need the world to understand is that in order for the world to be a better place, you have to be okay with humbling yourself to another person as well.
That is good. That is real good. And that's the problem. We want to be up here and like our ish don't stink, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
It smells like roses.
Yes.
You know, I tell my family sometimes it smells like roses when I come out of the bathroom. I don't know about you, but I don't have them issues. But is that the truth? Is that really the truth though?
Because all I drink is juice and all I eat is berries.
It's berries. And I'm smelling real good all the time, okay?
Good. Nah, that's so funny because that's so true. But it goes back into being the sacrificial lamb and how it hurts you because you always laying your life down the line. And so what we're trying to tell you now is take back your life. And what I had to grow from was I had to stop apologizing for everything. For everybody.
But check this though.
What?
Check this.
What?
Because she got that epiphany, right? Doesn't mean it's gonna happen overnight.
No doubt.
You're gonna still apologize.
No doubt.
And then you're gonna catch yourself. The
No
thing
doubt.
about it, now that you're aware of it, you're gonna say, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not gonna apologize for this.
No doubt. No
Right?
doubt.
And you're gonna step back.
Yep.
And then we can't even tell the person because they're not gonna receive
Right.
you telling them
Right.
that they need to be accountable.
Right.
We're just gonna have to take a step back and be
Yep.
like, okay,
Yep.
we're gonna just end this conversation.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then we're gonna let that person go on and ponder about what happened.
Yep.
And you're gonna ponder about what happened. And then hopefully we can come back together and have a conversation and then everybody can own up to their part.
But what happens if we come back together